Pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsung. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice this evening, Mahajundi Buddha Mother. Sumo, Tanten Kato, Tutan Siti, Tutan Kama, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma teaching assistants, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
I stayed. Shalom. Hola, amigo. Que quiero mucho. Scoin. Ichiba. Kimoji. Jumi. Yapi. Purin. Konbanwa.
Just now, people coming to the temple to give Dharma teaching, I rubbed my nose and touched my face and touched my nose, and it bled. And I heard that Xiao Tai had some nosebleed and sent to the emergency. How is he now? Got much better? So I also had nosebleed. And I used the tissue to pluck it, and it took slightly longer. That's why I was a bit late. Recently, I also had skin allergy. Shirley's son, baby, Xiaojing or Ethan, has severe allergy. So he recovered and it now came to me. And Xiao Tai had nosebleed and I also had nosebleed. Strange, what a coincidence. And I heard that Xiao Tai had nosebleed, and then I got back in and washed my face and I had nosebleed. And Xiaojing's skin or Ethan's skin got better and my skin became allergic. Minor things these are. But recently I've decided on two things. First, for my book 306, which I have not started, the title, I have given it a title. Oh. The transcendence power of creation. And most importantly is about following affinities, going with the flow, and fulfilling my roles. So everything just natural, no forcing, but also not slacking off. That's natural. It's like creation, transformation, like the heaven and earth, the four seasons. Those are called the creation or transformation. And the next sutra that I will expound is Surangama Sutra. So I've decided on these two things. But I did not know that Surangama Sutra is so huge. And I heard that they said 3 times of the Vimalakirti Sutra. Can I finish it? Just whatever. It took me 3 years to talk about Vimalakirti Sutra, and then Surangama Sutra 3 times, so that would be 3 times 3, 9 years. Before I finish, I would be dead. Well, it's okay, just following affinity. Why did I want to expound on the Surangama Sutra? Because the Surangama Sutra was during the middle of Tang Dynasty, translated at that time. There were many sutras and commentaries about the sutra, discussion about its truthfulness, its authenticity versus the forgery. Some people say it's forged, which was advocated by Li Cheng and Yang Zicao, that the sutra was not spoken by the Buddha. It's difficult to say because what's inside it, I know, kind of know that it is to break the delusion, to show enlightenment, to break the demons, and to show the genuine. It includes Tantric Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, Vinaya Buddhism, and Pure Land Buddhism. So there are many things of different schools included in it. It's worth exposition, and there are many great masters who have expounded on it. There is a saying in Buddhism, Surangama will bring you from delusion to enlightenment. And the Lotus Sutra is to bring you from enlightenment to Buddhahood in Buddhism. Surangama allows you to become enlightened from delusion, and the Lotus Sutra is to allow you to attain Buddhahood from enlightenment. So these 2 sutras are very important. Since I studied Buddhism till now, Mahayana Buddhism, one talks about emptiness. That's considered the emptiness division, and one talks about existence, which belongs to the existence division. Back then, we talk about emptiness, and about emptiness, Mahaprajna Paramita Sutra, Vajra Sutra, Heart Sutra, Vimalakirti Sutra, all talk about emptiness, belong to the emptiness. But emptiness does not mean everything is empty, because they emphasize on the start of affinity. Before the start of affinity is emptiness. after the affinity ceases is also emptiness, and then in between there's the affinity or causes and conditions. Everything arises due to causes and conditions, and everything ceases when causes and conditions cease. That's the emptiness division. And existence division. Master Lien Yi from Taiwan brought many books and placed them at my desk at the Tribhuvan Foundation office. Oh, Jason meeting. Oh, the Yogacara treatises. Lankavatara Sutra. Those talks about existences and what is existence. Everything is created by the mind. Everything is created by the mind. Everything is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. That's the consciousness only treatises or Yogacara. It talks about the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, the root of mind, alaya. So the key point is that everything is manifested by the alaya that exists. Because alaya is consciousness. So everything is transformed or manifested by the alaya consciousness. So everything is due to the consciousness. So it talks about the existent division. So the Mahayana Buddhism is divided into two: emptiness division and existence division. At first I was thinking, I have expounded on Mahaprasnaparamita Sutra, Vajra Sutra, Heart Sutra, and next I should talk about Yogacara, which is the existence division, which is the explanation of the profound and secret sutra, or Samdhi Nimokkana Sutra, and Lankavatara Sutra. How do you pronounce that word? Those talk about Yogacara. So divided into Nagarjunas. Nagarjuna talk about emptiness. Maitreya, Bodhisattva Asanga, Bodhisattva Vasubandhu talk about Yogacara. And Nagarjuna and Tipo, that's emptiness, and the Yogacara belongs to the existent part. And the master I took refuge in, the Venerable Elder In Shun, it belongs to the three treatises, belong to the Madhyamaka. And Tantric Buddhism is also Madhyamaka. And I also talk about myself is also Madhyamaka, which is the three contemplations of Tiantai: emptiness, falsehood, and the middle way. Nagarjuna and Aryadeva. So Yogacara I have read and know, but I still chose Surangama Sutra because inside Surangama Sutra it talks about You can say the complete doctrine of Buddhism is inside the Surangama Sutra. So I found that Surangama would be most meaningful. I was considering whether I wanted to talk about the existence sutras. Has the Yi gone back home? But she left a few sutras on my desk, and they're all about Yogacara or consciousness only. But it's still better to talk about Surangama Sutra. It's more popular, widespread, and it's like an encyclopedia of all Buddhism. Everything that's related to Buddhism is in it. It talks about the stages of bodhisattvas, the 10 grounds of bodhisattvahood is included. It talks about maras or demons, 50 states of demonic states, what belongs to Mara and what belongs to truth, and what are delusions and what are enlightenments. If you can understand Surangama and then you study the Lotus Sutra, and then you would attain Buddhahood. That's the primary meaning. Those are my recent decisions on things. Because probably it'll take a very long time to expound on Surangama Sutra. I'm afraid I may have to leave the world before I finish it. I don't know, but it's okay. We'll just go with the flow. It's affinity if I can finish it. It's about 3 times the length of Vimalakirti Sutra. That's what they said. And Vimalakirti, it took me about 3 years. That means the Surangama will take me 9 years. That's so shocking. Whether I can finish it or not, that's a question. But it's okay. Just let it be natural. Just go with the flow. And the book I'm writing, the transcendent power of creation or transformation. And at first I would use 3 words, the power of transformation. And there was already a book by the same name, authored by Ruan Yin Chang, as checked by Master Lian Chuan. Was that right? Ruan Yin Chang. Ruan Yin Chang. But that book is out of print. Anyone has read that book? Nobody has read it? I did. But that's a very long time ago. Memory from my youth. I have forgotten what's written in it. And then they say it's explanation about 8 trigrams. So it's written focusing on I. But my creation and transformation is different from that. I added off the transcendent power of creation and transformation. We often say that the other meaning is like destiny. Destiny tricks on people. If I did not go to the Jade Emperor Temple, there would not have been to the school. If Chiyo-san were not there at the Jade Emperor Temple, there would nothing happen. But because Chiyo-san was there, and she called on my name, that Golden Mother was looking for me, and I was asking for what? To deliver sentient beings. That's what she said. And I said, how can I? I don't even know how to deliver sentient beings. I don't even know how to deliver myself. And then Chiyo-san told me, you have Buddha's bones. My mother heard it my mother was next to me and hearing that. Your son has Buddha's bones. And when my mom heard that, oh no, then he cannot get married. So I followed Chiyo-san's words and knelt down. Had I just turned around and left, then there would nothing happen. But as soon as I knelt down, something happened. And all my life has changed. So that's destiny, or creation and transformation. Without Jade Emperor Temple, I wouldn't have gone there. If there was no Jade Emperor, I would not have gone there. There was Sifu, an ordained monk, who respected heaven and earth, so serving at the Jade Emperor Temple. And this monk, Si Huilin, had 10 goddaughters, and my mother was one of them. So she brought me to the Jade Emperor Temple, and such event happened consequently. And the Jade Emperor Temple is still Jade Emperor Temple, the original temple that's still very tiny, just like a shrine of a god. So human life is just the manifestation of destiny. So the part about the Jade Emperor Temple, Golden Mother calling me to deliver sentient beings, starting with my kneeling down at the Jade Emperor Temple, seeing Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, and Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. And so they became my 3 root yidams. Upon returning home to my dormitory in the military, next what happened was in the middle of the night, every night they came to teach me. Teach you to form mudras, to teach me form mudras, all the Dharma practices every night. Whether they existed or not, I knew for sure. Asked me to stand in front of the bed. In my room at that time, as a military officer, I have my own room. So I would not bother others in the middle of the night, standing there.
然后有灵过来，
And the spirits would come and teach you how to move your legs, to lift your leg.
脚酸了，
And I felt sore, and I wanted to put it down, but I could not.
脚抬着放不下去。
So the leg was uplifted and could not be put down.
我还记得我跟那个
I still remembered
无形的那一个灵师讲，
I told my spirit teacher,
不
spirit
用
guru,
麻烦每天晚上来教我，
there's no need for you to bother to come every night teaching me.
到时候你就扶我的脚就可以了。
So whatever ritual or dharma you want me to do, then you just do it then, lift my leg then.
摸虾这样子写呀，
I don't have to learn them every
你
night.
就抬我的脚，弄我的手。
So whatever you want to do, you just move my hands or
一
feet,
下子他生气了，
then that would work. And then they got angry. It did not come for a few nights. So those were
像
destinies.
天气很冷，像台湾的冬天有时候天气也是蛮冷。
And in cold weather, which sometimes happen in Taiwan's winter,
我算了算了，我
they still asked me to get up and train, and I told them, no, not
不
tonight.
行哎，
And no, it
他
wouldn't
我
work.
人躺，
I was lying on the bed, flat,
他把我脚抬起来，抬，
and they lifted my legs
然后再
until,
放手，嘣，
and then let go.
这样我怎么睡觉？
How could I sleep then?
只要这么冷的冬天，我还是要起来。
In such cold winter, I still had to get up and learn.
这样也熬过了。
And I went through them all.
今
That's
天
destiny.
活到81岁，
And I've lived to be 81. Today, still seated on this Dharma throne. It's all destiny.
人就是这个样子，
That's how human is.
非常真实哎，
It's all real, very real.
真的很真，很实。
It really is very real. What has happened, all very
当初
real.
来的时候，我看不到他。
At first, I could not see them,
天天晚上来，
but they came every night teaching me.
真的，哎，
Really.
命里若有
If it's meant to be, it will happen.
莫
If it's not meant to be, or it's not in your destiny, there's no need to force it. If it's in your destiny, it will naturally happen.
就是随缘啊，
So that's why the transcendent power of
随
creation and transformation. So following affinities, going with the flow,
我是想
and
写这本
fulfilling my
第
roles.
306。
That's how I want to write this book, 306. I have not started it yet.
所以学空中空部，就是有一个
So we've studied the emptiness division or
几
parts,
句话
and there's
跟
some
大家讲，
revelation which I often told all of you,
是风中之烛，
that life is like a flame of a candle in the wind.
真的，
That is
风
really,
大一点，一吹，生命就没有了。
if the wind is strong, then life is gone.
富贵啊，如浮云，
And wealth and riches are like the floating clouds. There's nothing you can bring with you. It appears and disappears very quickly. Nobody can bring any of it, not even a needle. The wealth, riches, they're like floating clouds. Romances are like thunder and lightning. It's very strong when it comes, and then it goes very fast, very quickly. And fame and prestiges cannot be held on to. It's like blowing bubbles. They look very beautiful and bright, but once it bursts, it's gone. Anyone can maintain your name in this hour? Not many at all. We've forgotten them all, of all the people. At first, there were many fans, but at the end, they're all gone. But there are many things to cherish in this human world. Chatting with everyone. When I was living in seclusion in my retreat, I went to Tahiti, to Hawaii, and then back to Taiwan. Lucy accompanied me to go back to Taiwan. And just left a phone number. And that was the phone number of Master Lien Ji of Guashan Lizang Temple. And I just had that phone number, and he was an idler then, so that's part of destiny. And most people would work and earn a living, but not him. He was just wandering around here and there, so he could accompany me. So I called him. So that's also destinies. Master Lien Ji. Now he built another temple in Hualien, Soufeng Hualien Lizang Si, Lizang Temple. Let me discuss a few things that make me very touched. The place I live was on the 3rd floor. There was a girl with long hair at 10 p.m. was walking across from my place, which is the Taichung Opera Center, looking at my 3rd floor. And only when the light is off that she would leave. And she did it every night. And at that time, there was a disciple that came from Taipei, and saw her. What are you doing here? And she said, I'm looking at my guru's room. What for? If he's gone to bed, then I would leave. Where are you from? I'm from Vancouver. Every night, she would stand at that Taichung Opera House.
这个是情深意重。
That's a deep feeling.
他是谁啊？
Deep love and feeling. Who is she?
他就是安姐。
That's Angel.
温哥华的安姐。
Angel from Vancouver.
还有一个人。
And there's another one.
我在台湾弘化10年。
I was propagating Buddha Dharma in Taiwan for 10 years.
冬天我都在台。
In the winter season, I was in Taiwan.
这10年当中
For these 10 years,
他在新加坡做事。
she was working in Singapore.
每个礼拜六在台湾礼藏寺。
Every Saturday at the Taiwan Lichang
他
Temple.
每一个礼拜他都坐飞机到
Every week, she would fly to Taiwan Lichang
礼拜天
Temple.
晚上再坐
And
飞
on
机
Sunday night, she
换到
would
飞机回
fly
新加坡。
back to Singapore.
每一次我供餐
Every
无
time
门化，
I was accepting dinner offerings,
师尊在哪里？哪一个
Wu
场
Menghua
因
would
为无门
tell
化会
her
打电话给师
where Grandmaster is
尊我在
dining
哪里吃饭，
because she would make phone calls and check where Grandmaster would be.
等在那里。等
And
我
then
吃
they
完
would
饭出
wait
来，
at those restaurants to wait for me to come out and to give them
爸
blessings.
爸跟他讲，
And her dad told her,
你到台湾去，就好像在坐公共汽车一样。
for you to go to Taiwan is like just getting on the bus.
啊
You
星期五
go
下班就
after
去
work on Friday night
参加星期六的法会，
to
礼拜天
attend
晚上飞
the
回来，礼拜一
ceremony
早上
on
就上
Saturday
班。
and then flying back on
这样子
Sunday
连
night and
续
work
10
again on the
没
Monday
有间断。
for 10 years, 10.5 years, never stop.
这是
This is Swang Lian, Alan.
他就是双人，
This is Swang Lian.
从来没有一次间断。
She never skip.
我隐居的时候，没有人知道。
When I was in retreat, nobody
分
knew.
别级上师回到我家的车库，
With Master Lian Ji, I went back to the
站
garage
一个人，
of my home, and at the gate there was someone standing.
我也是很感动。
I also felt very touched.
那个人就是
And that was Bien,
彼岸法师。
Reverend Bien.
到大溪地去找我。
Someone went to Tahiti looking for me
他在大溪地住了好多天，
and stayed in Tahiti for many days.
后来听说我在台湾，
And then heard that I was in Taiwan, and then he went to Taiwan to look for me.
他就是联合上师。
And he was Master Lian He.
这一生当中，
In this life,
让我铭记在心中的
those who are etched on my heart
有很多人，
are many
有很
people
多事，
and many things.
都让我很感动。
And they really touch my heart.
我在台湾雷藏寺弘法，
I was propagating Buddha Dharma at the Taiwan Lizang Temple.
在中国大陆的看看，他自由行到台湾雷藏寺，
And Kan Kan from mainland China traveled on her own to Taiwan Lizang Temple. And I saw her from the Dharma throne because she has light on her body. She's glowing.
这个人是我要找的人。
And this is the person I'm looking for.
他从中国大陆来，
She came from mainland China,
从九华山来，
from Mount Jiuhua.
他住在软北，
She lived in the northern Anhui. She's Kan Kan.
我走过他的身边的时候，跟他讲了一句
When I passed by her, I told：“
我
her,
在西雅图等你。”
I'm waiting for you in Seattle. I will be waiting for you in Seattle.
他没有办法签到美国签证，
But she could not obtain a US visa.
我把他的名字写成康康。
I used pseudonym for her, Kan Kan.
每一个礼拜天，
Every Sunday in Zoom,
每一个礼拜六、礼拜天，
every Saturday and Sunday,
网站的论里面出来，
she would appear in Zoom on the internet.
已经多少年？
For how many years now?
多少年？
How many years?
我那时候还年轻呢，
I was still young back
还在台
then,
湾雷藏寺弘法，
teaching Dharma at the Taiwan Lizang Temple.
在台湾雷
From
藏寺
66 to 76 years old, I was teaching at the Taiwan Lizang Temple.
中国，
And at that time, there was still
自由行
relationship between Taiwan and
也
China,
有来往的。
that tours
那时候自由
and
行
people can travel individually. And she
后来
traveled
回到美国，
on her own to Taiwan Lizang Temple.
每一天每一个礼拜六、礼拜天，
And after returning to the
从来没有
US,
一次没有。
every Saturday and Sundays is always on Zoom and never miss any.
人没有来，但是
Although the
他今
person
天
is not here, but her spirit is here.
所以我的法身一定会找到他。
That's why my Dharma bodies will definitely find her. So in this world, there are many things that touch my heart. These are all manifestations of destinies. That's how a human is. A kind of affinity, following affinities, going with the flow, and fulfilling my roles, fulfilling roles. The thing about it, it's good to cry. It's not sadness. It's not joy. It's just feeling touch. Grandmaster Lu also full of feelings. Now let's get to the main topic. Question from South Africa, Lotus Yongyuan. Graduation of South Africa. Homage to the esteemed Grandmaster Simu and to the school. 1. When the household robot cleans the room, it vacuums up ants, spiders, and insects. Dishwashers and washing machines also wash away ants that crawl inside. Does this create karma? How is this karma accounted for? 2. When opening a phone or computer, many pirated articles and videos appear. If one only looks at them, does this count as karma? Amitabha. Grateful for Grandmaster's guidance in resolving my questions. When I was little, I have burned many ants. There were so many red ants at home, black ants, and 2 groups of ants would bite each other. And I told them, no need to bite each other, I'll send you off to the west heaven. And I placed papers, so 2 groups of ants facing each other, biting each other. And I placed papers and then burn from here and burn them to the other end. When I was little, I've done all those. I killed ants, I caught dragonflies, and crickets. Crickets. what's that?
很多的小动物，
And many
小动物
have killed many small animals, insects and mice.
那我现在是每天都有做超度，特别是
cicadas.
气的。
And now I would especially perform bardo deliverance for those who died. I would recite the deliverance mantra and perform bardo deliverance. I've caught grasshoppers, crickets in school.
躲贝啊，我们称为躲贝啊，它会出来，就是有一个看到一个，
Oops.
那一粒一粒的土的，然后它在上面，把它拨开就有一个洞。
So if on the ground there are many holes, then there are many there, and you pour water, and they would came out. So we would push a bamboo to stop them to go back, and then we can catch them. So you can catch sometimes snake. So it turned out to be a snake hiding in there sometimes. I don't know how much ants I have. I have killed crickets. I have caught dragonflies, butterflies, cicadas, and in the woods we caught the butterflies. The butterflies were flying around. And killed the birds. And using like a slingshot, and did not know that those were lives. Only later I realized they were all living beings, so I started chanting deliverance mantra and performing bardo deliverance for them. So I killed them myself, but for you, are your robots or your tools who killed them. And spiders, insects, of course, I also killed spiders and lizards. In Kaohsiung, Taiwan, there were lizards at home who would make sound, and then I would use a rubber band and then would shoot the lizard until it fell down, and then kill it. Lizards, spiders. In the past, I did kill many little animals, and then later I knew that I have killed many of these little animals, so I chanted deliverance mantra and used bardo deliverance with the mind. And also bees, I've killed many of them. There's a beehive, and would bring it down, cover it with cloth, and then would stomp on it with my feet and kill all the bees inside it. So karma is accounted this way. But I also use deliverance mantra and my mind to bardo deliver all of those, including the germs inside my body. I also bardo deliver them. COVID-19 viruses, I bardo deliver. And any flu or cold viruses, influenza viruses, they all bardo delivered. I bardo delivered them all. as tiny as germs, as big as dinosaurs. That's from the ancient time. Perhaps I have killed dinosaurs in the ancient time, so I but to deliver them too. But to deliver the elephants too, because during wars in the ancient time we use elephants. I also but to deliver the snails who crawl. I also killed quite a lot of snails and chicken, ducks, pigs. I have killed them all. I have killed. My mother too have killed quite a bit. She would say, becoming a chicken or a duck is endless. Let me help you transcend it. That's how she killed chicken. So the neighbors knew that she can kill chickens, so brought their chicken because they didn't dare to kill themselves, so asked my mom to kill them. So afterward, my mom also repented. She also repented. I remember before killing the chicken, she would say, to be a chicken or duck is endless. Let me help you end your suffering and rise. To be a chicken or a bird is endless. Let me let you be reincarnated sooner and then killed. There is karma for it. But best to, all we can do is to but to deliver, because all these little animals die easily. When opening a phone or computer, many pirate articles and videos appear. Just looking at them count as karma? I'm not sure about this. I have a phone, a cell phone, but I have no computer. First, I don't know how to use computer. Second, I have a cell phone, but it's only to make phone call, not to get on the net. So whatever they say about me on the internet, I don't know, so I'm not affected at all. I don't know anything about internet and on the cell phones. If there are many pirated articles, of course there are all kinds of things there. So is looking at them considered karma? What do you think? It should be small issue. It's not life. Things inside the cell phone or on the internet are not living beings, so it should be okay. Because it's the other person who pirated it, not you, right? You're just looking at it, so it's not related to you. It should not be considered karma. So if you watch pirated movies or films or videos, this should not be considered karma. But those with lives should be considered karma. I don't know if that's right. Let me ask the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. It's about right. That's about it. That answer works. There are many things that are very touching in life. Just now I cried, now let's laugh. The wife told the husband, Honey, money and friends, which one's more important? And the husband replied, Of course money. And the wife said, and then if between wife, friend and money, which one is most important? Of course you. And the wife said, Oh, you're so nice. I love you most. And the husband said, Because all my money is with you. Someone is about to jump off the building. And the policeman commented, don't jump. Think about your wife. And then the man said, Yeah, my wife ran away with someone. And then the policeman said, Think about your brothers then. And the man replied, Well, she ran away with my brother, my good friend, my buddy. Then the policeman said, Think about your children then. And the children belong to the two of them. And then jump. The policeman said, Your life is meaningless. The girlfriend told the boyfriend, You're about to become dead. What? Are you pregnant? And the girlfriend said, 3 months already. And the boyfriend asked, Are you sure it's mine? The woman said, Of course. Because the others have used safety measure. The woman asked the man, If you have $10, how much would you give me? The man said $9. And the woman asked, But how about if you have $100, how much would you give me? Same, $9. Because my love of you will not change. The woman asked the man, When you're in a bad mood, how do you adjust it? And the man said, When I'm in a bad mood, I love to go to the place where there are many children, watching them or walking around. And then the man said, You're already a big person, an adult, how can you still go to where the kids are? And no, I just like to watch their mothers. A woman asked a man, Big brother, since I broke up with my boyfriend, you accepted me to live with you, and it's been years past. And the man said, It's okay. Everyone has some difficulties. And the woman said, to thank you. You can ask me. You can ask me for something, even if it's a little bit out of line. Are you sure? Yeah. And the man said, I have 50,000 a loan for this house. Can you pay it off? The man asked the woman, what do you do in service? And then the man said, I like you to serve me. And the woman said, sure. Where do you work? The woman said, at the crematorium. I'll leave the rest for tomorrow. 我们礼拜明后。